Today, God proclaims that you are being designated as a son of God and a child of the Most High. Today, you will no longer remain silent or hesitant in the face of the enemy's objections to my throne, as the fervor of my home engulfs you. I possess a fiery nature that engulfs both the upper and lower parts of my body. Furthermore, my vocalizations possess such immense power that they have the ability to shake the foundational supports of the throne and even ignite the surrounding materials. The Father designates you as one of the essential components of His house, comparing you to a sturdy timber. As a column, you will radiate the brilliance of His presence, attracting others to witness your intense illumination. The Father declares that you are my witness, testifying to all that I am ready and willing to accomplish and embody in the lives of others in your vicinity who have not placed their faith in my name. The Lord declares that He will use you as an example. You will serve as a prominent example of my unwavering commitment to bestow blessings, restore, heal, and rescue. Bear witness to my benevolence by opening your mouth wide, for I shall not withhold my response or dishearten those who listen to you by denying their requests. The Father assures that He will not decline to respond, as the cross of Calvary serves as a timeless manifestation of His readiness to fulfill your requirements and the requirements of those whom you cherish and look after. The Father challenges them to believe. I will fulfill my promise without any exceptions and transform the specific conditions and situations in your life as well as the lives of people in your vicinity. There will be no more postponement as it is a fresh season and a new era. Despite the apparent darkness and distress, you will discover solace and security in my presence, and you will not be left alone in my shelter. Today, God declares that He is enhancing your spiritual discernment. In order to walk in the Spirit, it is essential that you develop the ability to perceive in the Spirit. Failure to do so has resulted in you encountering obstacles instead of taking advantage of the opportunities one have provided. The Father has presented an accessible entrance to you, yet you have failed to perceive it. Developing the ability to perceive in the spiritual realm necessitates deliberate practice and the skill of deciphering. You perceive a demonic appearance as a challenge, but in reality, it is not a challenge but rather an act of surrender. The adversary consistently avoids revealing himself, and only does so when compelled by my intervention. After the crucifixion, the disciples were filled with fear and sought refuge in the upper room. They were astonished when I, seemingly defying the laws of physics, passed through a solid wall and suddenly stood before them. The Father clarifies that He did not pass through a wall, but rather entered through an imperceptible door. Similarly, as you are a part of me, it is certain that you will discover your way out when necessary, provided that you courageously observe the door that I have already unlocked on your behalf. The Father instructs you to acquire the ability to pray while keeping your eyes open, since you are no longer visually impaired. You possess the ability to perceive and comprehend things that are not readily apparent in the natural world, thanks to a gift bestowed upon you by me. Have faith in the evidence I present to you and do not allow yourself to be diverted or distracted by the deceptive tactics employed by the enemy to amuse you. The Father asserts that the enemy's failure in your life is an undeniable truth, as I triumphed over him 2 millennia ago. Therefore, seek for the entrance that I have provided for you, where previously all that was visible to you were hindrances, an empty surface, and a barrier. The Father declares that this is your moment and there is no need to delay any longer. Today, God declares that His faithfulness is an undeniable reality in your life. Formulate your expectations for today based on the idea that I will fulfill my commitment to you precisely as I stated. The Father asserts that he does not experience vacillation or instability. My existence in your life is the singular and unwavering element that you can consistently rely on in any circumstance, regardless of location or time. The Father acknowledges that his statement may contradict what you have been taught. However, he is disregarding the opinions of men and their attempts to rationalize his actions on your behalf. I am anticipating and countering the viewpoints of males with my own objective reality. In my perspective, the Father is not merely a theological notion, but rather a tangible entity that can be experienced. I did not explicitly state in my word, believe or learn and see that I am good. The statement I made was, taste and see that I am good. I am urging you to confront your doubts by reflecting on the recent experiences you have had in life, where I have demonstrated my trustworthiness. The Father declares war on your doubts, concerns, and questioning through your testimony. My unwavering loyalty eradicates fear and annihilates doubt. By firmly relying on the evidence of my consistent intervention in your life in the past, the enemy will eventually run out of arguments to oppose this truth. According to the Father, the opponent does not have an infinite supply of weapons. The adversary of your soul will exhaust their strategies to hinder you before you exhaust the instances of my unwavering loyalty to shower blessings upon you and intercede to rescue you. Celebrate and be joyful, for your trust in me surpasses your uncertainties, and I am only beginning to show, on a daily basis and in every aspect, my unwavering and absolute loyalty towards you. God declares that you can take solace now, as your battle has come to a conclusion. I have shouldered and absolved all the conflicts, challenges, and hardships in your existence, and I have borne them away on the cross. The Father states that he paid a cost for your life to be a distinct encounter from what you have previously witnessed. I willingly assumed the suffering and anguish so that you could be cured, encouraged, and discover optimism for a brighter future. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. The Father asserts that the current circumstances will not persist indefinitely. Occasionally, it may appear that disillusionment is a constant presence in your life. However, do not be afraid, as I will bring an end to this and replace it with beauty in exchange for despair, and joy instead of sorrow. I will illuminate your countenance and cause your heart to resonate with the melody of one who has been liberated, for I am the divine Lord, your emancipator. I paid the price on the cross to transfer you from the realm of darkness to my kingdom. This proposition is current and immediate, rather than being a mere distant aspiration. When you seek my help during difficult times, I will take action to provide for you and eliminate any confusion. I will bless your life with kindness and compassion and help you understand my teachings instead of repeating painful lessons from the past. The Father declares that it is a fresh day. Therefore, rejoice and express gratitude, for I am going to bestow upon you something delightful and marvelous today, for which you should offer thanks. Today, God expresses his pleasure in your commitment to learning. My suggestion is that you embrace the idea of being open to making mistakes and still continue to progress. I find great pleasure in your receptive and eager attitude to learn. When venturing into the realm of the supernatural, it is important to acknowledge that not all supernatural encounters come from me. Do you comprehend this? It is possible to have a paranormal encounter that is not related to a divine experience. Do not permit the adversary to divert or amuse you. Supernatural occurrences are commonplace rather than rare, allowing you to disregard certain phenomena, as you will be aware that the auditory or visual stimuli you perceive in your consciousness do not always originate from my thoughts. By choose to be discerning and confining yourself solely to the words spoken by my voice, which only conveys the Father's message, you instill unease in the devil. By rejecting the concepts and pictures that the enemy presents, you deprive him of his preferred strategies. I possess the ability to audibly communicate the words of the Father. Do not be afraid, because as you progress in your connection with me, you will pass through the area between heaven and earth where angels and demons exist. In your city, you will also observe the locations of the strongholds, which may prove to be rather distracting. Avoid being unfocused in the second realm, as I am extending an invitation for you to partake in a profound encounter with the throne. You will experience celestial beings and visual phenomena, including nocturnal experiences. All of these are dependent on my magnificence. Do not allow the tools I provide to divert your attention from their main objective, which is to direct you towards focusing on my presence, my words, and my intended role in your life. The Father is granting you exclusive access to his procedures. Take pleasure in and fully embrace the affection that I am generously expressing towards you. According to God, today it is being revealed that your ability to see and understand things beyond the ordinary is becoming apparent within you. You have requested access to my thoughts and emotions, and what you are experiencing is the manifestation of my intellect and inner essence within you. There will be moments when you introspect and find a void within yourself, but eventually, images will emerge from this emptiness within your own psyche. Those images are not created by you, but rather they are packets of information that originate from my heart and are transmitted to yours. The Father states that these visions will commence with diverse degrees of lucidity. It is important to remember that the ability to think creatively and imaginatively must be cultivated. Initially, the vision may appear far away, but as you focus your attention on the picture, it will gradually become closer and more distinct. At times, the Father states that you will perceive vivid and precise visions, although you will lack comprehension of their significance. The Father expresses a particular fondness for such experiences. I derive great pleasure from observing your process of comprehension and understanding of my statements. I derive pleasure from being the focal point of your attention. I eagerly anticipate the moment when you receive it, and I embrace you tightly, celebrating your development and the intimacy you have with my heart. Embrace this insightful answer within yourself, as the Father advises. Embrace both assignments and giftedness in your life. You possess not only the ability to discern prophetic messages, but you have also been granted the privilege to actively engage in my kingdom by observing and understanding the messages and actions I am conveying in the world. My visionary reaction is the capacity to perceive the depths of my emotions. Articulate your observations of the present day to the individuals whom I am intentionally introducing to you. God declares that today He has summoned you to exhibit obedience rather than pursue achievement. Entrust the achievement to me. You merely maintain your position and entrust the outcomes to me. If you take responsibility for the outcomes, you will experience discouragement when things do not go as planned. If you perceive success as a result of your own endeavors, you will inevitably succumb to presumption. The sole prerequisite I impose upon you is a straightforward and unwavering compliance with the guidance provided by my Spirit. By shifting your focus from yourself to me, obedience and follow-through will become effortless and the weight will be lightened. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. Today, you will have a chance to uphold your modesty and uncomplicated nature. I have bestowed upon you presents, and these presents will lead you to advancement. By utilizing your bestowed gift, you will come to comprehend and experience the magnificence and brilliance of my divine nature. Do not let the praise and admiration divert your attention from the fundamental obligation of being humble and recognizing your need on me. The Father encourages me to rely on Him. Allow me to bear the burden of expectations and productivity, while I provide you with a protective and nurturing environment of love, care, and safeguarding. The Father urges you to exert maximum effort in determining the precise limits between your own self and His own self. When the distinction between boundaries becomes unclear in relation to your divine consecration, you will assume personal accountability for achievement. However, your primary responsibility is in faithfully adhering to divine instructions, rather than solely focusing on achieving success. Commence each day and each task with a concentrated mindset on the guidance of my Spirit, as I gently influence your heart and direct your speech and behavior. By doing so, you will become the obedient child you have always desired to be. According to the Father, the situation is not complex. Therefore, you should remain calm and proceed with trust and uncomplicated assurance. According to divine proclamation, any weapon that is created with the intention of causing harm to you will not succeed. I am the creator of all things, and the enemy is not beyond the scope of my authority and capability. Rely on me and maintain your trust in me, as I will never disappoint you. I will oversee and manage every aspect of your life that requires attention. Refuse to let fear, resentment, or helplessness restrict or limit you. The Father asserts that you are not devoid of power. You have assistance available. The prospect is not grim. Drop your anchor and place your complete trust in the reliability of my word, as my promises are certain. Every promise in my word is accompanied by my unequivocal affirmation. I am resolute and unwavering in my commitment to be actively involved in your life and to fulfill my loyalty towards you. I am now summoning you to attentively heed my words and take action according to my designated schedule. Your assistance is an essential component in the fulfillment of the deliverance you have requested from me. The Father asserts that He will not exceed the boundaries of your collaboration. By listening to me and paying attention to my advice, your responses will flourish and thrive, much like vines in an arid landscape. The Lord promises that your fruit will thrive and your leaf will not wither. According to God, I possess the solution. What specific question are you referring to? You are currently endowed with the spirit of counsel. I am the subtle and unobtrusive voice that communicates with you during the moments of quietude amidst your own thoughts. You are constantly accompanied by my intellect to educate, cultivate, and guide you in the path you ought to follow. As you attain a state of tranquility and stillness, I will reveal myself to you in every aspect of existence. The Father declares that He has never abstained from involvement in the matters of life. Nevertheless, I will never interrupt or make an effort to gain your attention. You must separate yourself in order to listen to my advice. By calming your mind and silencing the distracting sounds, my thoughts will emerge from your inner human spirit to invigorate and inspire you. Avoid the polluted influences of the world and focus your attention and emotions on me. Occasionally, you may be astonished by the things you hear. Feel free to ask my mind any questions without hesitation. The Father asserts that one's location is determined by the focus of their attention. When you request my heart, I will consistently and unequivocally address the specific desires and yearnings of your heart. The Father claims to possess the answer. What specific inquiry is being asked? According to God, seemingly unimportant disruptions are pretending to be astonishing issues in your life. You will persevere and your aspirations will not be hindered. The Father advises against allowing the enemy to manipulate you, as he is the embodiment of falsehood and can only deceive through illusions and trickery. Even the counselors in your life have been perplexed by the obstacles you face, and they have made mistakes by merely offering you comfort without having any solutions to offer. The Father assures you that He will provide you with growth, progress, and rapid advancement. Refuse to reconcile with the enemy or negotiate with the adversary who aims to harm your precious soul and disrupt the inner serenity you possess. Rise and grasp your commitments firmly, wielding them as formidable instruments of battle to vanquish the shadows and despondency that afflict you. The Father declares that I am visiting you today. Today, you will experience the revelation of my divine presence inside you, and you will no longer be held hostage by sadness. The feelings of sadness and distress are disappearing, and I am enveloping you with the cloak of happiness and the radiance of my affection towards you, which brings positivity, vitality, and triumph, as declared by your God. Today, God affirms that the profoundness of my divine radiance resides within you. I am here in your life as a tangible form of grace, providing you with the strength and ability to endure and overcome challenges. I am not a distant deity. I am in close proximity to you, like to the proximity of hands and feet. Today, I am exerting myself to the fullest extent from every part of your body, providing you with my powerful influence and strength as a readily available asset for your life. Your soul and spirit are testifying to the weightiness of my presence and the responsibility of carrying my message. In the Old Covenant, the Ark held great significance, and in the New, that significance is now attributed to you. You are the abode where I reside and the witness to whom I would reveal and manifest my magnificence. Do not judge based on external appearances, but understand that I possess an intense and powerful inner fire that serves as a reliable source of direction, even at present. Direct your attention to the internal realm that exists within you. The deep inside kingdom refers to the state that emancipates and releases you from all external constraints. I possess boundless capabilities and I am broadening your limitations while increasing your domain. The Father commands to be magnified. Expand your expectations and widen your anticipation of my favor and goodwill, for you will not be deprived of my grace in any aspect, declares the Lord God of hosts. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family and subscribe to the channel and check out the link in the description. Thanks for watching the video.